Alright, Renaissance lovers, we're back in Astrologaster. Let's turn the page and see what happens in the adventures of Simon the Doctor.
Hear ye, hear ye! Spanish Armada sunk by English storm! Hear ye!
Oh, really? Proving once again that God loves England more than our Catholic enemies, the Spanish naval fleet has been defeated by a mighty storm that has been raging in the English Channel for nigh on 3 days. What remains of the Armada has fled back to Spain. Beachcombers have advised, or are advised, to wait for the storm to abate before looting corpses that had washed ashore. Okay, damn. This is one of the predictions that I could have made with my star map reading. I wonder still if I'm not just grasping the mechanics, if there is in fact a way to read the stars, or if it is just supposed to be my guesswork. But nonetheless, here we are. It happened. Good for England, I suppose.
Here comes a son of noble birth. Know you how much his father is worth? For such a boy advantage is bought, entitled to much, deserving of naught.
Nice, yeah, indeed.
Oh,
And-
sirrah, I have dire need of your counsel.
Pray calm yourself, sir, and tell me of this urgent affair.
Oh, verily, 'tis most urgent. A fair maiden has my heart, a maid with hair of shining gold and eyes so blue the finest sapphires grow pale with envy. But she is a most pious and demure in nature, and has many other suitors. How might I win her favour?
Golden hair? But in our last consultation, let me see here in my notes. Yes, you told me your heart belonged to a maid with hair of onyx black that doth make the finest ebony go grey with envy.
You mean my cousin Marion? Pish! That was naught but a childish fancy. I bid you, Forman, pray focus on the matter at hand, for if you do not help me win my true love's favour, my bursting heart will tear asunder, my soul will wither unto—
Aye, as you will. Let us see what guidance can be had from the stars. How may Lancelot More win the heart of this golden-haired maiden?
Alright, Lancelot is a fickle man. We need to butter him up and give him good advice at the same time. So, let's see what A has in store for us. House of Religion. This suggests an unpredictable event by which some person or idea is reversed. Pluto in retrograde. This tells of a transformation wherein something is reversed. A sudden religious conversion is strongly advised. Oh. House of Hopes. This advises patience and self-discipline. Moore's hopes will be realized, but he must be self-disciplined and patient. This is good advice, but let's see what the other ones have to say here. The other stars. House of Secrets. This represents a woman, the maiden. Indicates false piety. The maid's secret nature is hidden beneath a veil of false religious fervor. Oh. House of the Current. This indicates violence and aggression. It would appear that Moore has a brutish nature. House of Marriage suggests that jewelry and fine things. Moore may win the lady's hand in marriage with jewelry and fine things. So here, I am detecting a pattern. Maybe this is telling me that this I would consider untrue. So therefore, B is probably untrue. We know this much about Moore. I don't think he's a violent man. He's too dandy, if I can use that word. Gay in the olden sense, the old sense. He's a happy man, he's a lover, not a fighter, right? House of Finances. This just deception. Moore should lie about the size of his fortune. A trifling task for such an oversourced peacockle. Okay. And over here, House of Business Partners. This represents a mature man, the maiden's father. This suggests a liar who has turned a turncoat. The maid's father has a deceitful business partner. This is something we know nothing about. So this is impressing the lady with wealth. Whereas this over here speaks to having self-discipline and being patient. This is good advice. I'm just wondering that Mr. Lancelot here will probably not take it right. And not take it well either. Where the lying about the fortune... We still only have 10 with him? I thought he was pleased with my... I thought he sent a letter saying that this worked out with the cousin Barbara, and so we would have gotten more points. Interesting. Again, here we told him to bide his time, and it worked out for him. Maybe this time we will go the other route. We will tell him to... I'm not sure he needs to lie. I don't see why he would need to lie about his size of his fortune, because clearly it is big already. And this could be a liar who has turned a turncoat. In detriment and retrograde, this suggests a liar who has turned a turncoat. Now, this is based on information that we know nothing about, and this here is also clearly wrong. I think we are going with A.
It would seem the lady is a modest and pious maid, for the stars urge you to exercise patience and restraint. Although your rivals be fierce, your sword must remain in its sheath, if you take my meaning.
Huh? Keep my sword sheathed? Oh, you think I do verily use my sword to fight with? Oh, ye gods, no. The sword I wear is purely ornamental. If you paid more attention to the current fashion, you would know that, Forman.
But that is not what I... Oh, never mind. What I mean to say is that your attack on the maid's heart must be spiritual. Have you considered converting to Puritanism? Only temporarily, of course.
God's teeth! The heavens advise me to become a Puritan? In truth, this is ill to hear, for black is not a becoming colour on my person. Still, the stars do speak truth about my love, for she does oft prattle on about sin and hellfire. Good day to you, Forman. I must go at once to my tailor to be fitted for the latest and most loathsome Puritan fashions.
I think we chose wisely here. Only a little pleased, though. Yeah, we're not buttering him up, we are giving him good advice, and hopefully it pays off in the long run. The current did wish to know how he might win the heart of a golden-haired maiden. I did advise the querent to respect the pious modesty of his beloved. However, I fear he has not the wit and he has not the wit to grasp my meaning. Methinks the querent was a little pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. Yeah, only 10. So thoroughly will I impress the maiden with my puritanism that she will fall into my arms like a halfpenny strumpet. Yeah. Maybe the money thing would have been better.
She likes a drink. She does care not what you think. Her head may end up down the sink, but Alice cares not what you think.
Yeah, so last time, Alice Black, she came around thinking she had been bewitched, but she was drinking too heavily on Fridays and then woke up and felt sick, and that was the cause of her issue. So we know that much about her, and she's also married to Thomas Black, of course, who we know has a problem with investments. He likes to gamble, one might say. Yeah, we'll see how we go with her.
Good day, Mistress Black. What brings you?
Oh, Dr. Forman, I have worked myself into such a state that I have urgent need of you.
Oh, you have you? Well then, let me just,
Yea, I have urgent need of your counsel. I am certain that my husband Blarg is hiding a shameful secret from me. As you doubtless did note from my flushedness of face and heaving of bosom, I burn with the fever of suspicion and curiosity.
Indeed, I did remark a fever upon your person, and wish fervently that I may bring it to a speedy resolution. Let us see. What is this secret that your husband Thomas Blarg hides from you?
Probably just that he lost a ton of money. Well, let's see what the stars say. Thomas Blogg does not strike me as a man who adulterous a lot. He cares about money, and that's his game. Yeah. This represents, so here, House of Wilson inheritance. The woman, the current Alice Blake, appears that Alice is to inherit wealth one day. Okay. House of service to others represents frugality and patience. Alice's husband serves his wife and family well enough to his frugal management of their affairs. Okay. That is incorrect. Through his frugal management of their affairs? No. Probably the thing that he's hiding is that they are bankrupt. Right. House of relationships with Corinth. This is authority and intelligence. I see intelligence, authority. Yea, verily, Alice is impressed by my authority and intelligence. Oh no. House of secrets, sudden change in fortune. This indicates transformation. The secret relates to a sudden transformation in fortune. Surely this refers to the Spanish treasure expedition Alice's husband is invested in. But would it be right to reveal what I know to Alice? Here's House of Finances. This represents a misguided man, Thomas Black. This indicates a carelessness and misdirected optimism. Alice's husband has been carelessly optimistic with the family finances. And House of Business. This represents a reversal caused by confusion. Alice's husband, business instincts are misdirected. Yeah. See, the thing is, we are almost at 100 with him, and I could end up losing points with him if I reveal his secret, right? So C, House of Religion. This represents a romantic partner, a religious romance. This is incorrect. No, we can promise her fortune, that that everything is all right and she will inherit money one day. We can tell her the truth, that her husband is doing bad investments and that might be what he is hiding. Or we can say that he probably has a lover. And I don't think that's it. So truth or dare? Truth or dare? I think I will go truth. We can probably still win Black over. Even if we lose a bit of points with him. It'll be fine. This one worries me. This might end up making Simon hit on her, which I don't think is a good idea. Well, she is a drinker. Maybe if I confided in her, she would end up falling in love with me. There is that chance. And this is what Simon would do, obviously. So, here we go.
I fear the secret your husband hides is a sudden transformation from wealth to pauperdom. For he has been careless with your family's finances by making a series of bad business investments.
Lorks a mercy! That boil-brained chump has ruined us! Upon my virtue, I can hardly bear to think on it. Nay, I cannot even. Say, is that medicinal wine I spy on the shelf behind you, good sir? Prithee, pour your patient a dose of it. Simon makes a fine figure when he reads the stars wisely. Mayhap I stay a while and take wine and a little else with him.
Wow, it worked. Well, she was easy. The current Alice Black did wish to know the secret she thinks her husband Thomas Black is hiding. I did reveal that the current's husband has mismanaged her family fortune. Methinks the current was a little pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. Coitus post consultatio. Lovely. Alright, banging those patients out, right? Only 20 points? Come on. Of all the vices, why must my husband choose greed? A drunken fornicator gives a wife far less trouble than a gambler. And then she ended up banging the doctor.
she has borne.
I'm calling it. She lost her second husband,
Good day,
right?
Mistress Delamere.
Good day, Dr. Forman. 'Tis Lady Dyer now.
Yep.
I remarried after poor Mr. Delamere passed.
Verily? Oh, I am full sorry to hear of your husband's demise, my lady.
'Twas his weak heart, as you did warn me. John collapsed and died at a mask ball, for someone, we know not whom, came to the ball dressed as a monstrous spider. Poor Mr. Delamere. He was always so afeard of spiders.
What
Oh,
a
what
ghastly
misfortune.
business. You must have been most distressed.
Yes, I was. So I hope you will understand why I worry for the health of my new husband, Lord Dyer. Mayhap 'tis not at all, and yet...
And yet you would wish to know so that you may rest easier. Why, of course, my lady. Pray, describe Lord Dyer's troubles to me, no matter how trifling they may seem to you.
Well, I have noted that my husband awakens many times in the night to make water. Mayhap 'tis the reason why he tires so easily during the day. And he does oft complain of thirst and hunger, even after meals.
Frequent urination, tiredness, dog-like appetite, and thirst. Be there anything else?
There is also a small wound on his hand. It does not appear grave, yet it has not healed, even though it be some weeks since he cut himself.
A wound that will not heal. Then let us see what the stars have to say. Be there any grave illness troubling Mr. John Delamere?
Methinks you mean Lord Henry Dyer, Dr. Forman.
I beseech your pardon, my lady. What illness troubles Lord Henry Dyer?
His name is Dyer. He's gonna die. Get it? Alright. First of all, Simon, good on you for asking some proper questions so we can have some symptoms to work with. What ailment troubles Lord Henry Dyer then? Let's see here. Libra, ruler of the kidneys. This is just a severe imbalance of black bile in the body. Lord Dyer is troubled with diabetes. The diabetes. Alright. I don't know enough about diabetes to say that this is what's going on, unfortunately. I wish I knew more. And again, I'm not going to Google it. So we'll have to see if there's anything that seems more plausible. I do think, as far as I recall, that is some of the symptoms that he's experiencing. The thing about not healing, though, I don't know about that. Being bewitched is not... We're not going to use witchcraft anymore. That's... No, it backfires. And then Gemini, ruler of the hands, deficiency of yellow bile, suggests a mild imbalance of blood. Lord Dyer has a gangrene in the hand, characterized by an inflammation caused by corrupt blood. Waking in the night to pee all the time, and then being hungry after meals, inflammation caused by corrupt blood, gangrene in the hand. I've never heard of this disease before, so this is not something... We are outside of Keejchen's area of expertise. I think diabetes definitely has something to do with eating, like being hungry after meals kind of makes sense to me. Ruler of the kidneys. Kidneys is related to peeing in some effect, I'm pretty sure. And then the healing of the hand is more likely up here. But I gotta go with diabetes for this one. I don't know if this is correct. So I'll trust my gut here.
It seemed Lord Dyer suffers from the diabetes. 'Tis a grave case of it, I am afeard.
God mend me. Then how am I to keep my husband from dying of it?
Well, the consumption of lettuce seeds and barley water can help, and you must not allow him to take honey or sweetmeats. In truth, I am a little concerned about the wound on his lordship's hand, though it be minor. 'Tis the diabetes that prevents it from healing.
Oh, then what should be done about it?
Take Lord Dyer to a barber surgeon, where he may have leeches applied to his wound. This will draw out the corrupt blood to hasten the healing. But prithee, be sure that your husband never cuts himself again, for the corruption of blood such cuts occasion in a sufferer of the diabetes, well, they oftentimes prove fatal.
Oh, then I
Oh,
shall
no.
do precisely as you advised, Dr. Forman. I thank ye heartily, sir. Good day.
Tell her how to kill her husband. Why don't you, Simon? Fun stuff. The queen did wish to know whether her husband, Lord Henry Dyer, was troubled by a condition that could provoke his death. I did judge Lord Dyer as having the diabetes. I advised her to change his diet and ensure he does not cut himself again. Methinks the queen was pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. Oh, we're getting close. Honey, sweetmeats, cuts. Yes. Yes, you go and do that, Alice.
Here comes David's
Oh.
island. She must love fallen still. Why else would she have come here? Mayhap she's gravely ill.
Avis returns.
Dear Mistress Allen, I hear a child was lately born to you. I trust he is well?
Yes, indeed. God has favoured us with a healthy boy. He is a true blessing to Mr. Allen and me. And we pray he remains so. That is, that this child remains in good health. And as I do ail of something, normally I would not have come, but methinks 'tis best I am treated, for the sake of Marmaduke, lest he take ill from me.
I see. Then pray describe your troubles to me, Mistress Allen.
Well, in truth, 'tis but a cough, but indeed at first I thought 'twas naught but a chilly cold, but 'tis many weeks now, and it lingers still. Forsooth I am afeard it does grow worse.
Many weeks, you say? Aye, that is most concerning. Let us see what the stars have to say. What ails Mistress Avis Allen, and how may she be cured?
Sounds like a dry cough, and it has been going for weeks. This is the first time I believe that Avis Allen has been legit sick. This time, the first time here she was around, this was head again, involuntary purging. Indeed, she was pregnant then. Then came a lot of non-medical stuff, right? So, and then her husband had some issue, but not her. And then she was being prowled. And then she needed to know whether she was with child again. So, and we have already gotten her letter, so it's not a big deal no matter what. But let's see what we can do. A lingering cough. We have the ruler of the lungs, mild imbalance of the yellow bile, deficiency of blood, a great case of mattering of the breast. Okay, not something I know anything about. And the other one is about witchcraft and is in mortal danger. You know what, since we don't care, maybe we tell her she has been bewitched and see where that takes us. Sure.
Before I complete my judgment, madam, I must ask a question of medical relevance. Who is the true father of your...
God mend me, Simon! You would plague me with your suspicious fancies even now, in my very hour of need. Have you no thought for my son and my... I am full sick of your jealous delusions. Oh, verily, I should never have come. I will bid ye good day now, Simon.
But would you not wish to know what ails you?
Indeed, I would. Which is why I will be finding myself another doctor.
Oh. Well, we didn't even get to the diagnosis. The quern presented with a severe cough. I was too distracted to judge the quern's illness. Methinks the quern took my advice most ill. Yeah. I will find myself a true physician, a doctor who has a medical license. Well, suck it, Avis, we already have your recommendation.
When the story seems bold, crucial facts left untold. When the story seems bold, crucial facts left
Sounds about right.
When Forman protests, he has put to the test. Ferraro, Signor Ferraro.
Probably my least favorite patient.
Good day, Signor Ferraro. How may I do you service?
How may you do me service, huh? 'Tis a question, is it not? I do hear you offer many different services, not just in medicine, for you are a dottore of a special kind, one who gives answers to all the problems, see?
Forsooth, 'tis true, signor. In my practice, I endeavour to treat the whole man, mind, body, soul, the location of his missing household items. All are connected at a holistic level. I take it this time you are come about a problem that does not pertain to a bodily complaint?
See, this is my mama. She does worry night and day. She say, Ricardo, you must go to the wise man who reads the stars and have him tell you what your future holds. I say, Mama, if it'll make you happy, I will go to Signor Forman and ask him.
I see. And is there any particular reason for your mother to be thus concerned? Be you faced with some kind of imminent danger?
A particular reason, you say? Nay, signor, she needs no reason to worry. Mia madre is an Italian, mama.
Ah, yes, of course.
You see now, she is not like these London mamas who make the children live in a cupboard with the dog.
Well, then, mayhap the stars might offer your devoted mother some comfort. What does the future hold for Riccardo Ferraro and his mother?
Alright, in this case here, we are just gonna promise him that everything's gonna be grand. We have not made... Oh, we made 50 points. Alright, so we're just gonna promise him gold and riches and fortune, sure. What does the future hold for me and my mother? House of relationship with the current indicates a sudden change and transformation. My relationship with Ricardo is about to undergo a sudden transformation. Okay. House of the current. This suggests deception being reversed. Ricardo is not being honest, and soon his deception may be discovered. House of responsibilities. This represents an authority figure. Ricardo Ferraro represents education, is an authority figure who holds a position of responsibility at a learned institution. That seems so incorrect. All of it. So, House of Relationships shows a young man who turns against his benefactor, and hypocrisy. A young man who is in a relationship with Signor Ferraro's mother is a hypocrite who will betray her. What? The House of Wills and Inheritance. This represents the current's mother. Pleasantness. From Ferraro will one day inherit an agreeable sum from his mother. And House of Family and Friends represents frugality. The Ferraro family is frugal, and this includes Signor Ferraro, who has carefully managed her personal fortune. This seems like the better one, where we promise him that he will inherit a good amount of money from the mother if he pleases her, I suppose, right? So, take care of your mother, protect her from a young man. This seems weird. Let me go back to this one here. He's not being honest. Represents an authority figure, Ricardo Ferraro. Again, I'm so confused by Ricardo in general. We will choose B and see where it goes.
My chart
Promise
shows
him money.
that your mother has been frugal and careful with her personal fortune. As a result, you are due to receive a fine inheritance upon her death.
How lovely.
But beware.
This story has a twist, does it?
Aye, you are in danger of having your inheritance stolen, for your mother has begun a relationship with, yes, a hypocritical young man. He professes to love your mother, but in truth, 'tis but her fortune that inspires his ardour.
Ha! What a fruity tale you tell! Verily, you might sell these ridiculous stories of yours to William Shakespeare.
Well, as a matter of fact, Mr. Shakespeare does oft come seeking my...
Look at you, sirrah, a charlatan who would call himself a doctor. You are naught but a pretender.
Fie, sir! It is you who are the pretender, for 'tis clear you are not the merchant of Venice you pretend to be. Who are you? What is your true name, sir?
You will know it in time, sirrah, for we shall meet again. I bid you good day, Doctor Forman.
I see. I wonder if this is Shakespeare. But no, I've had that thought before, and it cannot be, because Lanier, the lady who has a relationship with Mr. S, has seen Ricardo multiple times outside my door and not told me. Oh, then she would be in on it, maybe. But that doesn't seem right. All right. So, and I should have called him out on the lie, obviously. He's been lying all along, and he's been testing me, and he's been, coming with fake diseases in order to gauge my skill as a doctor and fortune teller. And this time I came up with something, and he calls me out because I was talking about things that I knew nothing about. Okay. Now I really want to know what would have happened if I have called him out, but we'll have to learn later. The plot thickens, as they might say. And with that's going to be the end for today, but we will be continuing this tomorrow, of course. See you guys then, and bye-bye for now.